saving an Iraqi family in Cuna. Good evening, I'm Tammy Tremblay.
And I'm Dan Hamilton. Now, we first brought you the story of the Salman family last year, an Iraqi family that fled the country with their lives, and now that they're in the U.S., they and their friends are being challenged with a whole new set of problems. Happy birthday to you. For Bara'a Solomon, her 8th birthday will be remembered as her first in the United States.
Good job, Bara'a. Good job.
Bara'a is, of course, the center of attention as she opens her princess-themed gifts. But for those close to the Salman family, the happiness is bittersweet.
We're hoping and praying that we can help these kids lead normal lives.
Fans of the show Little People Big World may recognize Bara'a, her sister Seja, and brother Ali. Their rare form of dwarfism caught the attention of Army helicopter pilot Russell Hayes, who has a dwarf child of his own. After learning Abdul Solomon was marked for death and his nephew was killed for helping Americans, the family was granted a special visa and moved next door to the Hayes in Cuna. And now that responsibility is taking its toll.
There are times that my wife and I just collapse and break down and cry.
After a series of tests, doctors discovered the Morquio syndrome, which caused the Salmon's dwarfism, is also going after their organs. Bara'a and Ali now suffer from leaking heart valves. Seja's spine and neck are so bad they'll have to be fused. And to make matters worse, doctors discovered their dad has a cyst at the base of his skull, requiring brain surgery. Despite all that, people who learn of the family seem to fall in love immediately and want nothing more than to help.
I first saw them on Little People Big World, and it just was touching on there. You couldn't help but be touched watching the story.
Kimberly Gross and her husband started helping the family several months ago, and like the Hayes, it's almost become a full-time job.
Every time we find out more things that they need to have surgeries on and stuff, it just breaks my heart.
But quitting is not an option, especially with Abdul still unemployed, which means his friends are now more important than ever.
We do what we can and hope and pray, and we're hoping and praying for miracles.
Now, of course, helping the Salman family has become very expensive, especially with increasing medical costs. The children's surgical expenses are being picked up by Shriners, but aftercare and Abdul's surgery is not. The Hayes family is also trying to raise money to buy an automatic wheelchair and 2 scooters for the kids to get around at school. If you'd like to help out, please log on to dwarfchildren.org and click the donate button.